Hey y'all, welcome to my channel where today I'm going to show you how to build a better life by being better at building habits. Today I'm just going to give you 5 tips on how you can improve your skills on building habits, whether it's reading, running, whatever it is you want to do, maybe meditating, maybe just getting more sleep. So first of all, I think a very helpful thing to do when trying to build better habits is to make a routine. Basically, get up, brush your teeth, make breakfast, unless you're one of those weirdos that skip breakfast. But most importantly, you want to allocate time during the beginning of your day to some of these habits that you want to try to build. Maybe you want to meditate for 5 minutes after you get out of bed, or maybe you just want to stretch out a little bit after you get out of bed. Build a habit out of it. Studies show that humans' attention span is much better during the beginning of the day. So if you want to allocate time to more focus-heavy activities like reading, then doing so during the beginning of the day would probably be much better. The next tip is to avoid multitasking. If you're trying to build habits, numerous studies show that human efficiency when it comes to completing tasks or any sort of activity is actually worse when you're multitasking, because your brain can not only naturally focus on one thing. So for example, if you're trying to read, don't try to being an idiot and try reading while also watching TV or doing some other activity. Not multitasking is a very good way to actually be good at building habits. And the reason I mentioned this is because I know that at least in American culture, most people prefer to multitask for basically everything they do. When it comes to building habits, it's actually a lot more helpful to just focus on a particular thing by dedicating enough time to it. Another helpful tip in being better at building habits is to just allocate enough time to the habit itself. So maybe just brushing your teeth for 5 minutes, or actually getting a good exercise, which can take up to maybe like 20 to 30 minutes. Personally, I find that not allocating enough time to the habit usually just means that I'll eventually end up dropping it. So you want to make sure that you're actually allocating enough time to it. The next tip should be obvious, but I thought I'd still mention it, and that is to start as soon as possible. Most people just end up bringing up excuses or coming up with anything that they think might be an obstacle to them actually building a habit, so they put it off, and at the end of the day, they don't actually get around to actually building a habit. So if you want to meditate or you want to exercise more, don't wait until vacations or summer breaks. Chances are you're just never gonna get around to it. So starting as soon as possible is crucial if you actually want to be good at building habits and actually want these habits to stick, because it's much easier for you to actually go ahead and start incorporating these into your daily life rather than waiting for vacations, summer breaks, or just waiting for whatever inconvenience happened to go away so that you can actually start building whatever habit it is that you want to build. Now, the very last tip is to set goals when starting out. Knowing where you want to be can be motivating, but at the same time it can be discouraging. It's important to set small goals rather than just straight out comparing yourself to other people and saying, I want to be there, so I'm going to try imitating their routines exactly, because probably not going to work out. But let's say you want to meditate. Starting out with a 5 to 10 minute meditation session would probably be much easier if you've never tried it before. Maybe you want to go for a run. Maybe starting out with a 20 or 30 minute run, or maybe even less if you're really not into cardio. It could be very helpful. Setting small goals, it's gonna make it more easier for you to build up, and also gonna make it much more likely for you to actually stick with that habit. Thank you all for watching. Please make sure to show some love by hitting the subscribe button and like button. Also, please share if you feel this could help out a friend. Also would really help me out. And I'll see you on the next video.